Hello and welcome back to Virtue's Last Reward. In the last episode, I made a decision to try and go save Alice before Radical 6 takes over her mind and she commits an act of, yeah, you know what? It's probably not best that I mention it in the first minute of the episode. That way my video actually gets recommended. But you guys know if you're already this far into the storyline. I set off at a dead run. All the way to the crew quarters. I'm gonna stop her from even trying it. Door 2, right? The moment I entered the crew hallway, I made straight for the door to the number 2 room. Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. Hey, Alice. So you were here. So you were here. That's how I should say it. As I spoke, her eyes turned toward mine. But I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands held the scalpel like I'd caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. I'm just here to help you. Speak slow enough for her mind to process it.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of that scalpel.
No. I need it to get this bracelet off.
Huh? To get the bracelet off. Okay. So it's not about freeing the soul. Interesting.
Remember what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to...
Okay, that's the first, like, animation we've had. Wow. Stop! Before I even finished the word, I was running. I grabbed both her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest.
No! Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore. This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
Knock it off! With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. Kick the blade away, grab your arms around her, and just hold her tight. It was a second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. Oh, she accidentally stabbed me. That's fine, it's just my hand. I'd apparently cut myself getting the damn thing away from her. Very quickly, it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain that I barely heard Alice collapse. Oh, same position. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you alright? Alice! Say something! There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed like she'd only passed out. Yeah, interesting. Shit. What am I supposed to do now? Yeah, you can't just trust her alone. You're staying right there with her this entire time. Oh, man. Maybe the infirmary? It's got all those medical things. Buoyed? I would think buoy. Like the thing on on a body of water? Buoyed by adrenaline. Huh. Interesting. God, this author likes to use a lot of words just for the hell of it. I hefted Alice's body and took off toward the infirmary. I mean, we all know the...
Alright, please pay attention, everyone.
Before this all happens, we all know the example of, Snape ejaculated Dumbledore. Sometimes it's a good thing to just use commonplace words. Sometimes you don't need to go above and beyond.
You need to hear this.
I think this is
The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
skippable? It is.
Everything's coming up Sigma, huh?
What's up with this one? She'll be sleeping like Quark. I don't care. I just want to stay with her. Gotcha.
What a lucky, lucky man you are. You two are gonna be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are gonna be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Are you saying I'm gonna choose betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
You bastard. There's no way I'd do that.
Is that so?
I said I would, just for a quicker ending. Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner, and she'll be in the AB room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna.
Well, actually I was planning to let you make the decision.
Well, shit.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Shut up! What?
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all 3 of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
We can't. Nope. Doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Here. Take a look at this. It's really like a random dice throw as to whether or not I acquire it or somebody else acquires it. I pulled the scrap of paper we'd found out of my pocket.
Huh? What's this?
We found it when we went into the
There
archives.
wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
I guess they only put one in the archives. Whatever. I'll just read it for you. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. Get it? The whole team can't abstain.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
Yeah. I mean, she's in surplus, so it doesn't really matter. Nope, I betrayed this time around. So Alice is guaranteed to vote ally, which means that if Dio picks betray...
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier? No way am I gonna choose betray. You do know her BP's at 1, right? What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I wouldn't put it past you.
What?
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room, too. I planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all 3 of us. That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko.
Ooh,
I've got my eye on you.
nice.
Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me. Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh, Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
Weird.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Is it any different to what you would tell Clover?
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
What?
You're staying too?
Yeah, something does happen. Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out, that means Kay would get to decide the whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
How can you know that?
I just know, I guess.
You just know?
Hmm.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Has something happened between Fi and Kay while they were out exploring? There's also now the implication that Kay is me from the future, or past, or some alternate timeline version of me. And that's why she's got some connection to him. I have no fucking clue. Ugh.
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
4 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Come on. We need to hurry.
All right, you kids. Take care of those two, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, we were off. Time for more Schrodinger's cat for whatever fucking reason. I gave one last quick nod to Fi and Clover before heading back to the warehouse at a dead run. Now, I just want to recall, did I technically have this route unlocked already? Like when I experienced it, I think it gave me the game over screen, even though that I already had the solution, I think, which I do like, because I would have been pissed if I had already experienced, like if it already went past the lock phase. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Everybody ready? I'm going to open my AB gate. Although I guess that doesn't really matter. You already opened one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay. Let's go. It's the first time I'm seeing the card when accessing these. Weird. 2 more AB gates slid open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our respective rooms. So I might just escape by myself if I hit betray. And that's what I'm doing, unfortunately. Just to experience it, because it's a shorter route.
2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to ally. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Well, this is also the route that, if I'm going against Alice again, and the timeline has alternate paths and quantum physics and bullshit, who's to say? Oh well. Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the nonary game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot that I had cut it. Huh?
There's something white on it.
White? There's what? I don't like the implication of this image. And I also know that in China they censorship blood with white sometimes in like movies and anime, which sometimes makes it worse. And I don't mean like quality, I just mean like what it looks like when it's on someone's face. What? What the hell is this? Have I never seen my blood? I'm now thinking about this. I've never seen my own blood, huh? I might be a copy. Well, then again, K and everything else. What the hell is this? For the first time since I'd found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid. For a moment, I thought I'd somehow touched some white paint or something similar. But the truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand. It was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood? Why is my blood white? I felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly, I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that. Shouldn't have let Luna see that?
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. And there was some milk and I spilled it. It sounded even stupider as I said it.
Really?
Yeah.
But
Just shut up! It's fine, alright? I'm fine. Leave me alone. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth. But something was wrong. Very wrong. And my head was spinning.
Sigma...
Oh man. I'm so sorry. I just... It's... Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. I took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down, just calm down. You need to think about the AB game right now. Just forget about your hand. Why am I worried about this? Who was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that. So, is this Sigma trying, like, dealing with his own identity crisis? That he's not human? Synthetic arms, the endos, the interior exoskeleton, the golems. Huh. Interesting.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
That would explain why I'm K. K isn't me. I'm K.
9, 8, 7.
Not really like I'm K, it's more like I'm a copy of K.
4, 3,
But even not copy, I'm just like
1.
in his place. Vote has been recorded.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
Why?
I didn't have any answer for her. All I could think about was that white liquid. What was it? Some kind of discharge? Blood? No. It couldn't be blood. Blood wasn't white. I was insane. Was I lost in thought when Luna spoke? I was lost in thought. I don't know why.
I'm going to the infirmary.
Huh? Don't you want to see the results?
Why? I already know what they're going to be.
For us, yeah. Her usually warm personality seemed to have gone cold. Whether it was because I'd chosen betray, or because she'd noticed that something was wrong with my body, I couldn't say.
Excuse me.
And with that, she was gone. I turned back to the projection. With heavy steps, I headed toward Kei, Dio, and Tenmyoji.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
So, how's everyone else's votes? Oh, wow, it's just, yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, Alice was over here, and that's why Tenmyoji went to protect her. Then again, for himself. But Clover stayed behind. What am I gonna do? Now that I'm my identity crisis and I have 9 points, what happens? What happens to my state of being and my mind?
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What the hell?
Sigma has 9 BP?
See? I told you! The bastard's finally showing his true colors.
I don't want to hear it from you.
What the hell are you doing? Clover isn't even voting.
I have misjudged you. I never thought you would do something so cowardly.
There was nothing I could say. I had chosen betray of my own volition. But had I really? Had I really pressed that button of my own free will? No, not at all. I just chose it because it's a quicker route. The more I thought about it, the more I felt as if some other force had guided my hand to the button. Ah, interesting. So they're going down this route. So the player is technically doing it to control Sigma. Gotcha. I think that's the route that they're going down. Interesting. Okay. Perhaps it had been fear? I was scared by the white fluid that had appeared on my palm. Maybe that had been the tipping point, and I had decided that I had to escape as soon as possible. Excuse me. Damn the consequences. If I got out, then the nightmare would be over. That's all it was, right? A nightmare. It couldn't be real. White blood was insane. Impossible. That was when I looked up and saw the others staring at my hand. Shit. I quickly put my hand behind my back, but it was already too late. They moved toward me like wolves closing in for the kill.
Sigma? What was that?
He was cut. It must have been blood.
But why was it white?
Isn't that obvious?
I kind of wish the blood had been like green or blue or purple. There might be a reason that it's white, but just any other color than white.
He's not human.
Not human?
No! What are you saying? Of course I'm human. I'm 100% human.
Then explain that white stuff.
I swear to God, I have no idea what it is. You have to believe me.
I'm afraid you're not being very convincing.
Oh, you're one to talk. We can't even see you. You could be a robot. Maybe that's not even a suit. That's just you. Robot you.
No. That seems extremely unlikely. However bad my amnesia might be, I am quite sure of my humanity. I am, without a doubt, not a robot.
They probably just programmed you to think that. Sigma. I think you might be projecting there a bit.
Alright, it's pretty obvious this guy's dangerous and probably unhinged. We should take him down.
Like, how bad?
I agree.
Looks like there's no other way. Now that he's got 9 BP from stabbing Clover in the back, there's a good chance he'll try and get out of here by himself.
Hey, hold on a minute. Let's not do anything rash. Oh, okay, that's him bolting. Okay, I didn't have a choice. I spun around and ran for the number 9 door.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he did get me. Shit! Let go! Let go of me! I was no match for all three of them. Before I could take 2 steps, I was on the floor, pinned. The desperation was only getting stronger, however, and I writhed and twisted into a futile attempt to get free. God damn it! You have to let me go! This is all some kind of mistake! A misunderstanding! It's a conspiracy! I don't want to hear that.
So, there's a conspiracy to turn your blood white? You're a funny guy.
Stop trying to get away. It's over.
Shit! Get off of me! Let me go!
If you won't calm down, then you leave me no choice. I'd hoped we could avoid this. Try not to struggle too much.
No! Don't! Is he choking me? I click. Oh. The first thing I felt when I woke up was the hard pain of a bruise all the way across my neck. Yeah. And we don't have the cure in this one, right? So we should see everybody dead before us, I think. He must have suffocated me. My head felt like it had been stuffed with cotton. And I had... You keep saying that. Huh. Now that the implication is there, I wonder. And I had to put out a... Well, maybe I don't... Maybe I'm not a robot. Maybe I am human. It's just my arms or some shit. Maybe. Who knows? But white blood would have to course through my entire body. And I had to put out a hand to steady myself as I stood up. The injection gun is here. Where am I? Is this the infirmary? How long I had been out? My foot bumped into something and I looked down at to see the injection gun. The glass vial labeled Soparil was still attached to it. The anesthetic. After choking me, they made sure I wasn't getting up in the near future. That meant I could have been asleep for a long time. Also, they could scan my body to understand what was going on. Where is everyone? Oh, that was the tiny font, I just realized. I glanced around the room. What are they all doing? Because I would have needed to have gone with them into the next set. It was empty. Except for me. It took me a moment to realize what was especially odd about that. Yeah, Quark and Alice. Even Quark and Alice had disappeared. What the hell's going on? That was when I noticed it. Quark and Alice weren't the only things that had disappeared. 2 other things. 2 other very important things were also gone. My arms. Oh, my bracelet. And my left hand. For a long moment, I just stared, dumbstruck. What I was seeing couldn't possibly be real. But there it was. A smooth cross-section of my arm where a hand should have been. A thick white liquid dripped slowly from the stump. What is this? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god! Ah! I don't fucking know. I'm so fucking tired of screaming at this point. A scream clawed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. And after that, nothing. Oh, so they went into the next room with my... Okay, yeah. Huh. Yeah, they left my body there, but they took my fucking watch. But I won't die, apparently. Huh. Interesting. Is that really a dead end? Well, there's also the implication that maybe I'm just stuck in there while everyone else escaped. Who knows? But with that, I guess I can go back to this route and betray Alice Or betray ghost figure Alice. Who knows? Start it up. And can I skip?
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Yeah, skip. You're a ray of sunshine. Boo-hoo. Betray. Uh-oh. I don't want to skip this part. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room.
Why? What happened to... It's not fair to betray someone who isn't voting. I thought...
There was nothing I could think of to say. Even I didn't really understand why I'd picked betray instead. Yet it almost felt unconscious. Like some other part of my mind was making the decision. Perhaps I'd been possessed by some sort of evil spirit that had moved my finger to the betray button against my will. Right. Well, we should just go see the results.
Really? We already know what they are.
Yeah.
It's just simple math.
The look in her eyes was more painful than any punch I'd ever taken. I turned away and almost ran toward the projector. Anything to get away from those eyes.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
So is Luna's face gonna even appear here? Oh, yeah. Okay. Betray. Betray. Ally. Oh! Pardon? Okay, now it gets even weirder.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly.
Huh. I thought that it was gonna be another quantum state thing where it was gonna be Ally again.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Interesting. What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. No. How can Alice's vote be betray? That's not possible! She seems out of it in this pose. I was wondering if, like, this was the case. If this is actually Alice, or if it was Schrodinger's Alice. Alice? She was standing inside the second room from the left. The room that should have been empty. Why? My mind was still reeling. Where did she come from? As I was trying to form a sentence, she began to move toward us. Oh boy. From around me, I heard a chorus of muted gasps. It seemed we were united in our surprise and confusion. Alice drew to a stop in front of me and glanced up at the display.
Thought you'd get an easy couple points, huh?
Oh, so you're back. Interesting. Huh.
Not so easy when you have to look your victim in the eye, is it? Coward.
God. I love her character. Me? A coward? You've got some balls saying that to me after you picked betray. Why are you even here?
You gave me the antivirus, didn't you? Tenmyoji told me. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, honestly.
But you should still be under the effects of the anesthetic.
Yes, well, I still am. A bit.
Hmm.
I have a throbbing headache, and I can barely stand. It's horrible. I'm more resistant to anesthetics than most people.
All your training?
A result of my training.
Yep.
I have a feeling Zero Senior knew that. They gave me way more than the standard dose of that gas when they kidnapped me.
Ah.
In any event, a few minutes ago I woke up in the infirmary.
Wait, hold on. So if Zero knew this, then it has to be someone who has connections on the inside for you. Is it an inside job?
Tenmyoji explained what was going on, and I got here as fast as I could.
So you showed up right after we'd gone into the AB room.
Yes. Right in the nick of time, too. About 10 seconds before the deadline, as I recall.
Oh.
You did that just so you could betray us?
Right. What? Don't I get to do that? I mean, it turned out to be the right thing to do, didn't it? You two chose betray.
This is where I should experience a flash of the other timeline, right? I mean, I would want it to.
If I'd stayed back there, I'd have lost 2 points.
So you're saying it was self-defense?
Yes.
You're full of shit. Self-defense my ass. You chose betray because you wanted out. You had 6 BP. If I had picked ally, you would have been at 9. You would have had 9. That's what you were trying to do, right?
So what if I was?
Are you serious? You would have killed me. And you did, actually, apparently. Look, I only have 1 BP, thanks to you, actually. You were this close to murdering me. Just admit it. You were planning to kill me so you could escape.
Don't be stupid. I knew you'd choose betray. There was...
Tell the truth!
That is the truth. Why am I the only one getting the 3rd degree here? Look at those results. 2 other people just tried to kill someone.
Fine deal. Yep.
Yes. If Dia had chosen ally, Phi would have killed Tenmyoji. And if she'd chosen ally, Dia would have killed her.
I don't want to be rude, but it looks like Clover and Kay tried to trick one another. Not that it seems to have worked.
Yeah. Which makes it kind of weird that both of them were in the very beginning room together, and then they decided to go with whoever their first route was, and betrayed, and they both decided that, and then they betray each other at the very end.
If either one had chosen ally, the other one would have 9 BP right now.
I turned to look at the results again. Before, I'd only been looking at my own. I hadn't realized that there was only 1 word across all the roster. Betray, yeah. And 0 awarded points. Whatever trust we'd managed to build had fallen apart. Everyone was suspicious of everyone else. Had it been the bombs? 03, 02, and that was in the laboratory. Or had it been something else? Was Bomb 1 the Botanical Garden one? Whatever. Whatever the reason, if it kept up, we'd never manage to escape. I think the one in the Botanical Garden was 1, because I remember there being a missing 2. And we also are missing Bomb 0. We'd never manage to escape. We'd be trapped in a cycle of 0-point rounds for the rest of our lives. Something had to be done. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath. Alright guys, pay attention. You've probably already all figured this out, but we can't keep going like this. If we don't start being a little more trusting, we're never gonna get out of here. We need to work together. I might as well have been talking to a wall.
My apologies, Sigma, but I need to think on something for a bit. I would appreciate being left alone.
Okay.
I'll be leaving too. Things are getting a little too intense here for my delicate constitution. Sorry.
Dio.
Well, in that case...
A toofy? 5? I fucked it up. Yeah, why does Sigma have all these French references all of a sudden? A toofy?
Yeah, sorry.
Without another word, she turned and left the warehouse. Theo and Kay quickly followed suit, going through separate
See?
doors.
There's your answer. In the end, everyone's just thinking about themselves. So I would appreciate it if you could not treat me like I'm the only villain here. Come on, Clover. Let's go.
Hold on! I'm coming! Are you feeling okay? I was really worried, you know?
I watched them walk away, Clover practically jumping with delight to have Alice back. Before long, they reached the yellow door and disappeared beyond it.
Everyone's gone.
Mm-hmm. You aren't going to leave too?
No,
Are you sure? I chose betray.
I know. But I still believe in you, Sigma.
Fuck.
I think your hand must have just slipped or something. Right?
My chest hurt, and when I blinked, I felt something hot and wet prick the corners of my eyes. Yeah, that's how a lot of my tears come out. It feels like it burns my eyes. Like, it hurts me more than anything else. I don't know why. Luna, I bit my lip. Before I could think of anything to say, the metallic rumble of the doors closing echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh?
Yes, as long as we have the star keys. That means we can keep playing the AB game over and over, too.
So we can do that right now.
Sigma?
Yeah?
Could you show me your bracelet?
Why?
Do you remember what Zero Jr. said?
Yeah, we get shuffled up.
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
I didn't remember that part. Yeah, I remember. Let's see here. I'm in a pair. A cyan pair. What about you?
I'm a magenta pair.
Interesting. So I have to, let's see, if I'm cyan, that means I'm blue and green. So I'm going with a red solo. Alright. I wonder what the others are.
They could be anything, I suppose. We won't know until we have a look.
We've got about... Oh, wow. Still a lot of time. 80 minutes until the next set of chromatic doors open. So, what should we do now?
Everyone else has gone off on their own.
Yeah. Physically and emotionally. I really don't like how this is going. It won't matter how many times we repeat the AB game if nobody trusts anybody else. We'll never be able to get out of here.
Maybe it would help if we all had a common goal. Something to unite our hearts and minds.
You know, surviving. That's been the fucking goal since the beginning. If we all had just listened to me and we had all just allied at the very fucking beginning, we wouldn't be in this mess. Although Dio, but no, we all just gotta be fucking pricks and assholes and... Yeah, but we've already got something like that. We all want to get out of here. That seems like a pretty clear goal to me, but everybody chose betray. Including me.
Well, what if we have an enemy?
An enemy?
Yes, a common foe. Like the person who set the bombs, for instance.
After coming back from the lab, I told her about the bomb while she was giving Alice and Quark the Accelavir. Yeah, that might work. If we can figure out which one of us planted those bombs, then everyone else would work together against them.
Right.
But how do we figure out who it is?
Well, do you have any clues?
Clues, huh? That's right! The memory card! Did I acquire it in this version? I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out toward her.
What's this?
I told you, a memory card. It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what's on it, though. We couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
I guess we can't really use it then.
Huh. So, Sigma doesn't have any knowledge of it, and no one knows any knowledge of it.
Oh, wait a second. You know what? I think I might have seen something.
Huh?
Yes, I remember. The infirmary.
Okay.
I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Theo and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one.
And then...
Yes! I think we can see what's on it. The computer there should be able to read it.
Huh. So, Dio found it with us. Dio was with us when we found it. I'm telling this to Luna. Huh. So the two likely suspects aren't actually... they would want to try and stop this from happening, right? Wouldn't they? Luna and I exploded in the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Tenmyoji. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just as we'd left him, asleep on the bed. Yeah, it probably would take a little bit longer for him. The Soparil, it would knock out someone of his size a lot more than it would for Alice, as well as Alice just being more accustomed to being knocked out, or maybe even just to Soparil, and then just coming to. And also, he was infected longer.
What are you doing here?
I opened my mouth to retort, then thought better of it. Good. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real change starts at home. Did I pick the wrong course? As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card, and how we'd come to the infirmary in hopes that we could discover the contents of the latter.
Okay.
Then stick it in already!
Go ahead.
Right. Popping in on the right side, just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, exactly the right size to fit a memory card. Within moments, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters. Think I'm gonna have to take a picture of this. ALX. I'm looking for ALX. Maybe it's like a long line of them. And then there was also a milk one. MLK. MLK. Machiavelli. Milk. I won't get all the letters over here, so maybe I don't need a picture just yet. Oh, slam my phone against my desk. What is this?
6 rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
Oh, it is the same ones. Oh, yeah, I didn't even notice that. Huh. I'm dumb.
In other words, the first 2 rows just repeat. Yeah.
Is this some kind of code or something?
It doesn't look random to me.
Yeah, no. Why would it be?
I think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
LXA or whatever. I don't know.
Was there anything else on there? No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we get is this gibberish. Hey, Alice. You haven't said anything for a while. What's up?
Does any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training?
This is...
So you do recognize it.
Huh. Okay.
All right, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
What?
So if it's a terrorist organization, methinks that it's supposed to be of Y. Free the soul of Y, so Dio.
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
Yep, Myrmidon. Oh, Myrmidons, huh? Well, So then why the hell did Dio not try... Well, I guess it would be a bad idea if he tried to stop us. Myrmidons. For some reason, I felt like I'd heard that name before.
What are the Myrmidons?
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at.
An
think it's
encoded
theirs?
message.
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Yeah. Okay, what was the one that I had from what's his face? Dio. Yeah, I've got 3 different codes. The one from K, which Milchiavelli, the one from Dio for the number 0 bomb, LXAQNS GDQ, and then a really long series of numbers that I don't know if it's actually that important. 78153 and that one. Oh well, we'll see.
Then the bomb? It was set by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Damn. I've got a ton of questions for you. Well, let me start with this one. What the heck does this thing say?
I don't know.
What?
How am I supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
What about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See.
Not much we can do then. We can come back to that code stuff later. I've got another question. Alice? Clover? Who the hell are you? Why do you know about this code?
That's...
You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state or something like that. Just what the hell kind of job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Why not?
Because you might be one of them.
Yeah,
You might be the person who set the bomb.
the same spiel. That's idiotic. Of course I'm not.
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally. I'm your friend. I just want all of us to get out of here. Just please tell us. Please. We need to find a way we need to find out who did this so we can all escape. But we have too little information. We need your help. Fine. If you won't tell us about yourself, then just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Before I could blink, she'd leapt up and run out of the room. Okay, well just ask Clover then. Hey, wait! Alice! I took off after her. Oh, really?
How
Why?
long are you going to keep following me?
Why do you like coming here? Until you tell me what you know.
Then why don't you just ask Clover?
Clover?
You already know she works with me.
Yeah, but you've got more experience and probably more stories to tell. Well, yeah.
Then why don't you...
I wanted to hear it from you.
Why?
That's a good question. Remember the crew quarters, or this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I've spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
Oh. She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks. Huh. Okay. We walked down the path to where it ended next to the pond. I stayed silent. Alice sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
What? Why?
I tried to kill you.
You mean in the AB game?
Yes. I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game. And then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying.
Oh, okay. Huh, so it was already triggering at that point. Huh.
And everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real. Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain. I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
That was probably the Radical 6.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that. But when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back. So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared. See? I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it.
What? Do what?
Kill me!
Oh, okay. I don't know why we're jumping to here.
Get it over with!
What the hell, Alice? I'm not going to kill you. I don't even hate you.
You're lying. I could have killed you. I would have killed you.
Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone. A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek. Then another and another, leaving shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tears with it.
Why are you doing this? You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
Ah, fuck. No. God damn it, we were so close. But I also don't like ham-fisted stuff for romance, but this one seemed okay. This one was okay in my books for some odd reason. That's who you were after, right? The people who killed your dad?
Yes.
Did they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
Come on.
If you keep your mouth shut, I'll tell you what you want to know.
Ooh. Ooh, did you hear that little, like, whimper after the sniffle? Ooh, good voice acting. Ooh.
About myself. And about the Myrmidons. Deal?
Sure. My lips are sealed.
Really?
What crying? I don't remember you crying. I don't remember any crying.
All right, then.
Alice took a deep breath and began. Okay. More French tie-ins, even though it was, what's his face? Sigma, speaking French. My father is Egyptian, and my mother is French. But we'll find out more in what's to come in a future episode. I like that we're learning more about her. I'm not opposed to it. But we've used 2 of the vials of, Excelavir. And we know that the rest of us are still infected. What's gonna happen? I don't know. Oh well, I'm leaving this episode here, and I am looking forward to finding out the backstory of Alice. And, what all happened between her and her father, and possibly the Myrmidons. Oh well. Thank you so much for coming out. Hopefully you're looking forward to more. In the meantime, I'll leave you with one final message, and that being, have a nice day.